I used to be 20 grand in debt, worried I would always be broke. But after getting back to zero in 18 months, I kept going and hit $1 million net worth in 10 years by sticking to simple systems. So I'm going to show you the exact plan that I would use if I woke up tomorrow and needed to rebuild starting from zero. The killer when starting with no money is you feel like you have no room to breathe. It's kind of like you're trapped under a leg drop from the great Yokozuna, struggling from the smallest amount of room. Your focus being in the wrong place is the limiting factor here, but as soon as you do this one thing, you'll get the wind back in your lungs and the rest of the plan becomes 10 times easier. Your first step is doing whatever it takes legally to build a $1,000 buffer. Because once that stack is sitting in your bank account, it snaps you back from fear-based thinking to a calmer planning mode. Here's exactly how you can carve out that first $1,000, even if you think you've got nothing left to cut out of your budget. Chop those subscriptions. I use Netflix, Spotify, YouTube, and TSN for sports. That's $100 a month that those would be cut temporarily to start saving some green. Then stop eating out. One family meal out at a cheap fast food restaurant is going to cost at least $50 a week on top of the grocery bill. So there's another $200 you can repurpose towards your $1,000 goal in the first month. Then renegotiate the old internet bill. Ring up your provider, tell them you're switching for a better price, and see what they can offer to keep you. This normally saves you around $50. And then sell some stuff on Marketplace. $100 being the goal. Get it from stuff around your house taking up space that you don't need. And yes, everyone has something to sell. In total, that's $450 getting rid of stuff in 1 month. If you work an extra 8 hours a week, even at $25 per hour, you'll have an extra $600 after taxes and create your $1,000 in just 30 days. Or get it done over a 2 month stretch by just chopping and saving. Then when the fear is gone, the next step is to swap out 3 habits that are holding you back. When Michael Jordan was making his comeback to the NBA after a stint playing minor league baseball, everybody questioned whether he still had the it factor. But MJ didn't waste energy on the doubters. He focused on what he could control, and that's what brought him 3 more titles once he returned. So what you should do is narrow your focus by number 1, ignoring other people's success. They aren't coming to save you, and it doesn't matter how much money or status they have. Second, you should ignore passive income. At this stage, with $1,000 in the bank, there is no such thing. Every dollar will be earned through sweat and effort, and the passive part comes much later on. And then ignore learning too much. Trying to master 5 different money-making skills will just waste your time and keep you broke. It's better to go deep on one plan like the one I'm showing you right now. And instead, I would obsess over these 3 things. Number 1, your monthly surplus. Get the income higher, either working more, negotiating your salary, or moving to a new company, and keep the expenses low. If you could spend less than you earn each month, you're on the path to real wealth. The rest just takes time and discipline. Then the second thing is to focus on your savings rate. And I think 10% should be the minimum amount saved each month from your paycheck. But I get that might not be realistic right away. So start with whatever you can and try to bump it up 1% every 2 to 3 months until you hit 10%, then keep going all the way up to 20%. Watching your savings rate climb even a percent proves to yourself you can live with less and still build more. If you want an easy way to track your savings rate, use the tool inside my free Wealth Architect operating system, link below. And the last thing to obsess over is your skill value. Everybody has a dollar value for each hour they work. I maxed out in the corporate world at $50 an hour, but Patrick Mahomes, playing football, makes $5,400 an hour because he can play quarterback like nobody else in the world. You don't need to be a superstar. Just focus on making yourself a little more valuable each month by saying yes to work you don't know how to do 100% yet and taking advantage of any employer-offered training. Doing this can easily add $5 to $10 to your skill value each hour if you make it a priority for the next 6 months. Focusing on these 3 and blocking out the rest will lead you to the simple truth about becoming a millionaire. You don't need better investments or to catch the next crypto wave. You just need to have a high savings rate, put that money to work, and give it a decade or 2 to grow. But what if you're not content with slow and steady? What if you want to hit your money goals, say, at ludicrous speed? The good news is you don't need to make 6 figures. I did it making 60, 70, 80 grand a year. And if you want to shave 15 years off your journey to millionaire status, here's how. Your savings rate is like the heat under a pot of water you're trying to boil. The higher that you turn up that dial, the faster you're going to reach the boiling point, aka millionaire status. Look at the difference between investing $200, $500, and $2,000 a month. $200 a month takes 46 years of growth to make it $1 million. $500 is only 35 years, and $2,000 a month, which I know is a lot, is only 19 years. This is just assuming a standard stock market return of 8%, nothing special. But here's the catch. Once the money is working for you, your job is to leave it alone. This is where people mess up. You know what happens when you handle a bar of soap in the shower? It gets smaller every time you touch it. Well, same with your investments. You have to leave them alone to let them grow. So if you really want to accelerate your timeline, crank up your savings, invest, and then just get comfortable waiting. That is the millionaire shortcut. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Not everybody watching this is a 30-year-old with no responsibilities and unlimited flexibility. You could have kids. You could be making 35 grand a year. You could be taking care of an aging parent. And when you hear save 20%, it sounds completely disconnected from your reality. So here's the adjustment. If you do have kids, your savings rate might not be 20%. It might only be 3, 4, or 5%. That's fine. The principle doesn't change though, just the timeline shifts a bit. If you earn a low income, your first goal isn't about investing, it's about stability. It's that $1,000 buffer, then upping your hourly skill value. That's wealth building at your stage. Now, if you're a caregiver, your biggest constraint isn't money. It's going to be time and energy. So your strategy shifts again. You don't try to overhaul your life all at once. Instead, focus on automating every bill, every dollar saved, and every task around the house that you can to protect your time and energy and treat it like the capital that it is. The math doesn't care about your life stage or whether you save $50 or $500 a month, though. You're still moving forward no matter what you do. It just takes a bit longer to get to your end goal. And know this. You are not behind. You are just running your own race. You're adapting to the principles, and eventually you will get to your finish line. Now, here's the truth most people miss. The end goal isn't $1 million. It's about never being desperate again, never having to say yes to a job you hate because you need money for rent in 2 weeks, never feeling the panic when your car breaks down, right? That $1,000 buffer, that's the first taste of freedom. Your 20% savings rate, that's control being built. The decade of boring investments, that's independence. The $1 million is just a milestone. The real win is becoming the kind of person who spends less than they make, invests consistently, and doesn't have to panic anymore when life punches them in the face. Because once you build that identity, you could lose everything and build it up all over again. So if you're ready to take the next step, stop the guessing and start building your own path to freedom, grab the Wealth Architect operating system. It's linked below. And if you want to see how I'm building even more money freedom with a couple different investments, check this out right here.